Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody is doing very well. Today I have some onion rings. Hopefully very crispy onion rings. And I have some corn nuggets. Once again, hopefully nice and crispy ones. Give you a little close up here. So, and I have sauces. I have some barbecue, I have some ranch, and I have some honey mustard. I was going to do ketchup too, but I thought this is probably plenty of sauce. I probably don't need ketchup too. So, this is what it looks like. I have it on this tray because I want to make sure it all fit. So, and I also brought the box of the corn nuggets so you guys could see exactly what I'm having. This is the corn nuggets. So that is what we are having today. And for a drink, I have my one water. I put it in the freezer. You hear it? Nice and frozen. And I am hot. You know, it's so hot outside and I have to run the oven to cook this. So it makes it really hard and hot inside. And that is my son in the background if you hear any noise. So it's very hard for me to eat without my glasses. I'm having trouble seeing, but could not tell you what that says on there or anything, but I know it's the honey mustard because it's yellow. So we're gonna open that up and set it here. Here's what it looks like, if you can see it. Let me set this over here so I don't make a big mess, which I normally do. This is probably gonna all be finger food anyways. Here's the ranch, which I'll show you the inside. So there's the ranch. And here's the BBQ. There you go. Don't want to tilt this stuff too much because with my luck, it will all go everywhere. So I'm ready to try these. Listen, very crunchy, so let's check it out. We'll try a little BBQ with it. Nice and crunchy, guys. Excuse my hair. Just dark circles are bad, I'm sorry. I just I normally like ketchup, but these will be definitely enough. So, once again, here's the close-up of the corn nugget. I'm gonna break it open. That's the inside. Try some different flavors on this. Honey mustard. Ranch. These are all good dipping for this stuff. So I told you before, this is the only flavored water I like. I shouldn't say that. I like the most, I should say. Most of them I don't care too much for, but this one I do like. It has a lot of flavor. I love to put it, I drink some out, and then I put it in the freezer and ice it up. No, I love it when I do that. So. I gotta tell you guys something funny. We have all kinds of frogs and stuff like that out front. My hair's a mess because I'm hot. And we have probably two that love to eat the cat food. And they are all over that cat food once a cat's done. Which I'm assuming is not the best for them. But they like it, that's for sure. So these are normally small little frogs, you know, little tree frogs. Not that big. But we noticed the two that are eating the cat food are getting huge. I mean, big. I mean, like, huge. And I'm worried it's not good for them. So my husband kind of transported them to the back. Away from the cat food. Not that we care that they're eating it, but I don't want them to die from eating too much. I'm assuming the food won't hurt them, but I'm not joking, if they went from little itty bitty tree frogs to huge. My husband said when he picked them up, he's all squishy and fat, plus they, you know, they're enjoying the food. But one is really huge. And the other day, I walked out, and he was eating the rest of the cat food. And it was in the morning. I was going to work, so it was dark. I walked out, and this big thing jumped at me. He literally made me scream. I didn't see him, and he's huge, and he jumped at me. He scared me. Now, he wasn't really jumping at me. He was just jumping away. He was probably more scared than I was, you know. But he jumped. I jumped. I screamed. It was just too funny. I told my husband, I can't believe, because I hadn't seen him for a while, and I could not believe how big he got. He's very well fed. So he did get transplant. And they just came right back. I mean, we didn't take him that far. We just took him out back over the fence where there's other water source. But they wanted the food source too. The two. It was just so funny. But I really just don't want them to. I would assume, well, cat food's usually pretty, I think more fatty or more, you know, because cats have a lot of energy normally. So it gives them, you know, so I don't think it's the best for them, but I don't think it'd kill them unless they eat too much, which they are. So nothing we could really do because he keeps coming back for his dinner, so. We do try to, after she eats, bring it back in. But we have to, if she doesn't show up before we go to bed, we put it out there to make sure she gets some food, you know, for the night, because I don't want her to go hungry. I mean, we feed a lot of strays, but there's one regular one that comes around here. They all do to come to eat, but there's one that comes around here all the time, you know. And she's probably, I talked to her many times, she's probably 12 or 13, and that's a good life for a stray cat, you know. We did try to bring her in at one time and try to make her home, and she didn't want anything to do with it. She seems happy, she seems healthy, you know. She's lived a wonderful life for an outside cat, I think. She gets food and water. From us, and she used to go across the street, but now that somebody's moved in and fixing it up, she's moved back over here because she really had her own little place there, and you know, nobody bothered her. So she's moved back over here. She spends most of the time in our yard. Well, in the general area, I guess I should say. I hope that she sleeps in the yard. I don't want her to sleep anywhere else because I know she's safe here. Nikki chased her once. She let her know, hey, you're not going to do that. Nikki has not chased her again. And they just kind of walk by each other, look at each other, hey, keep going, you know, type thing. So, yeah. Nikki's sad because her dad isn't here. So... These corn nuggets are so good. Out of the sauces, my best favorite is probably the barbecue. And then the honey mustard, and then the ranch. Me and my husband, we went out. It was a little while ago, but we went out to, we were out and running around, and we had traveled a little bit. We had seen a Pizza Hut. Normally, the Pizza Huts aren't sit down anymore. It's really just pick up or deliver. But this one, there's a few restaurants here and there. And there's a restaurant, and it actually had a Pizza Hut buffet, which I had not seen in a long time. I do not know if anybody else has them around them. I'm sure they do, but they're very few and apart, especially the buffet. I hadn't seen a buffet in probably, I was pregnant with my youngest son, and he's going to be 19 very soon. I was pregnant with him when they had a buffet, and I don't think they had it much longer after that. So we went in. We thought, wow. It was lunchtime. We had been running around, hungry. I said, let's do the buffet. It was lunchtime. And the buffet is just like for an hour and a half or 2 hours maybe. So we're sitting down, and I seen a man come out with the pizza boxes, and they were 10 high, and he was bringing them out. And in the buffet, there's one side that is just pizza and pasta, and the other side is salad. So there's two table buffets, but they're not huge. But he takes these boxes and he puts them up on top of the buffet, and he makes sure they're very straight, very even. And you could tell he was so proud of the job he did on putting these up there perfectly and even, and making sure they're done nicely. Because each time he'd do it, he'd look and he'd make sure it was all perfect, and you could see him smiling. And I thought, oh, that is so sweet. You know, he took such pride in his work. So as we're sitting there, he comes out again with another stack. There's 10 in a row, stacked up, perfectly lined up. Brings them out, sets them up there again. Bless you. So he does it again. Now I'm watching him the whole time I'm sitting there, and I can see how proud he is of putting this up there, making it so perfect. Now I would say he was probably about his late 30s, early 40s. I found out later more about him, because I'll tell you in a minute why, but I watched him the whole time he was doing it, and I told my husband, I said, I want to give him a tip. I said, he is so proud of his work, and he really did do such a good job that I just thought he deserves a tip. So I called the waitress over and I said, would it be okay if I gave him a tip? No, he was, like I said, probably in his late 30s, early 40s. He did have Down syndrome. She told me about him, and he had been working with a company for, I don't know how many years. I can't remember. I'm thinking in the teens somewhere. And she said, yes, you can. And I said, well, should I go up there or would you bring him over? And she goes, I'll bring him over to you. So he comes over, and I told him, I asked him how he was doing. And he said he was doing good. And I said, I just want to tell you, I think that you did such a wonderful job putting those boxes up there. And he's smiling and smiling because he was so proud of his work. And I told him, I want to give you a tip. And I handed him the tip, and he took it. And he said, this is the first tip I've ever gotten. He goes, I cannot wait to tell my mom and my dad. And it just touched me so much how excited it was that he got a tip. And I just think he did such a wonderful job. I really do. And I asked him what his name was, and he told me. He gave me his full name, first, middle, and last. And it was just so cute. And I just told him, I think you're doing such a wonderful job. I said, just keep up the good work. And he said he will. And he went back and he told him, I got a tip. I got a tip. And they're like, oh, good for you. Good for you. And he was like, I'm going to put it in my pocket. And they said, yes, put it in your pocket. And he was telling them he could not wait to tell his mom and dad that he got a tip. It was the first one he has ever gotten the whole time he was there. But I was really, it's just very touching to see what a wonderful job he did. And he was definitely so proud of his work. And the whole time I was there, he was folding the boxes, which I didn't see that part, but he would bring them out 10 high. And he did, it either fit 5 or 6 rows across. And that shows you how big the buffet was. And I'm almost thinking 5, but I'm not sure. But he made sure they were perfect and exact. And he just did such a wonderful job, and I was so proud of him. I didn't even know him, but you could just tell he took pride in his work, honestly. It just really put a smile on my face. You know, it was just a wonderful experience. I'm so glad I got to meet him. And that's what it really takes for all of us. You know, there might be somebody out there who just needs a hello or a smile, or you see somebody thirsty, get them a bottle of water. You know, it's just really what we should do for one another. You know, I always think if that was my child, I'd want them to have something to eat, you know, or something to drink if they're thirsty. You know, so it's just a wonderful thing to do. It was just a really nice experience, and I still think about him. I could see his big, beautiful smile and how proud he was of all his hard work. So I just loved it. It was just great. So, but guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. This is so good. These nuggets are delicious. So I hope you enjoyed them with me. Like I said, my favorite is the barbecue sauce. Now, actually, I do like barbecue sauce a lot. My favorite brand of barbecue sauce is Sweet Ray's. If you ever had that before, you know what I'm talking about. The onion rings were delicious. Look at that. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, depending on where you are. You guys mean a lot to me. Please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you comment down below. I definitely want to hear from you. You guys are what keeps me going, really, because I just love to hear from you and how you're doing, what you're doing, you know, what you had for dinner. Just comment down below anything. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye-bye.